So you're in an interaction with a female that you find attractive and you want to take her on a date. This is just part of the normal process in the Western world, at least, where we don't have arranged marriages. And these day and age men are very confused how they should do this. So I have a real life example on camera where I successfully asked a girl out on a date. I want you to learn from it, because that's how I literally get like a large percentage of the dates of women that I go on dates with. To be honest with you, this one we ended up texting, but we never actually met up due to a couple of circumstances. But you can use the same approach and it will work. At least I got her number and she agreed on a date. And with other women, I use the same approach and we actually meet up. So we have to make one thing clear now, and that is that it depends on how you started that interaction. So I met this girl particularly randomly in Medellín outside, and I just chatted her up very neutrally. So I haven't sexualized the conversation yet. I didn't say to her that I find her pretty or beautiful or whatever. I just did small talk with her. And if we're being honest, a lot of men are gonna find themselves in this situation. Now, other men also, including me, sexualize the conversation beforehand or say that they find them beautiful, but it doesn't really matter because you can use the exact same approach.
Okay, so we found a girl from Medellín and she's gonna show us the store where she's working. So let's check it out. Hola.
So as you can see, I just walked inside the store that the mother works, and this is actually a great situation to if you have charisma and social skills, this is the time to play it. Because if you can win the mother over with being a bit charming and a bit funny, then the chances increase so much that the woman is just gonna say yes because her mother is already on your side. So this is called social proof psychology. I'm gonna do a separate video on that topic because it's really too much to cover now. But what it basically means is humans are very socially wired and they rely heavily on confirmation from their peers towards other people to make a judgment about you. You can think about it this way: if you go to a concert and there's like hundreds of people cheering on a celebrity, you will think this person has value and you will give your attention to that person automatically. So you can also use this on a micro level with just winning individual people over. Actually, a lot of like so-called pick-up philosophy is exactly focused on that. So let's jump to the next step.
Una pregunta. Creo que eres linda. Es un poco directo, pero sí. Es tu hija. Sí. Si quieres, podemos salir un día para conocer un poco. Sí. So we have the first date and secured.
So as you can see, I just came straight to the point. I didn't beat up around the bush. I was just honest and direct, and this is the approach that I 100% recommend. A lot of men play manipulation games. They try to flirt while they're not flirting. They try to kind of play a push-pull dynamic. This is all ridiculous, trust me. You just need to be honest, you need to be straight to the point. The reason why you avoid doing this is because then you show yourself in front of the mother, other people in the store, and she can reject you in front of all of them. But this is actually what kind of gives you this power as well. If you detach yourself from social expectations, if you detach yourself from the fact that you can get rejected, you will find an immense confidence that is super attractive in social situations. Because people, it's funny, people are so focused on social approval, but actually when you kind of have this, that you have this confrontation mindset always, it is you have to realize men used to go to war, okay? You know, you need to be a bit aggressive and competitive, and this full on in fuck everybody in the store, I'm just gonna ask this woman out even if it kills me. This is kind of this masculine edgy spirit that people actually find attractive, and that is also necessary if you want to succeed in dating as a man. You have to be aggressive, you have to be forward, especially if you're a young man, if you don't have social status yet, and then you need to be more straightforward. Actually, the less social status you have, the less success you have, and even the less looks you have, the more aggressive you have to be in a sense. And that's actually what happens socio-psychologically. You can see societies where mate inequality is high, so where there's some men who have all mates and there's a lower class men who don't have as many mates, you have higher violence and aggression rates. Now, I'm not saying you should be violent, but you should realize that you need to play this game of evolution, and if you're low, then it's time to play high risk, high reward. That's just the game as a young man, I'm sorry. So let's jump to the next part of the video.
¿Tienes WhatsApp?
Sí.
Dale. Ya, ponete el número.
I essentially just closed the number and I left. Actually, the more you keep on talking now, the more you try to make this discomfort go away, the more you increase the likelihood that it's not going to work out. Now, just let the aura kind of play, you know? You don't need to say anything. You don't need to kind of win her over anymore. If you've closed the number, just be quiet, you know, and take it with confidence, and then you leave. It's that simple. Now you've closed down the number and you can arrange a date via text. You know, you can just text her on WhatsApp or wherever you got her now, email. No, I'm just joking. You just arrange a date to a specific time. What I usually do is like, hey, good meeting you. I chat a little bit about, hey, this was so funny, what happened in the store, what did your mother say afterwards, to kind of like continue that conversation, to continue in that trust that you already have with her, because now you're no longer a stranger. You have a shared experience and you want to build it up from there, right? It's no longer necessary to have random conversation. You have a shared experience and you build it from there. That's how you build emotional connection to a certain extent too. Then you can just say, look, I hate to be direct, but how about we grab coffee this weekend, this time? She will say yes or no, she will show up or not, and then the rest of this process is a topic for another video. But this process is literally how you can ask girls out on dates. I will have other videos in the future where I demonstrate this in other contexts and explain those other contexts so you can understand it in a variety of different situations. If you want support from me, I worked as a dating coach for years. I have a lot of experience with cold approaching successfully, even helping men do this. I created a school community. It's not that expensive. It's $29 a month. And right now it's quite small because I just launched it. You will get my advice, straight access to me. Again, like that's worth coaching for $1,800 for $29 a month. So I think that's pretty fair. I'll put the link in the comments. You can join us, and thank you for watching.